What's going on, beautiful people? It's the best day of the week, new comic book day. If you're new here, I appreciate you stopping in. If you're back, I appreciate you coming back. I love y'all so much, but we're going to talk about last week's books, and then we're going to go get the new books. Since I couldn't get my Monday swing back, I'm sorry about that. We will be on a set schedule this coming next week. Monday is the recap, Wednesday is new comic book day, Saturday is either going to get some back issues or we're going to talk about back issues. But let's get right into these old books and then we're going to go get some new books. From last week, a much bigger week last week than this week, and last week was a light week as well. Honestly, DC killed it. Same with not Marvel, Image, Indie. Marvel, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? Helverine number 2 was gas. I'm not gonna lie. Helverine has been so fun. I don't even really know how to explain it. It's just a fun read. You know what I'm saying? Kid Venom number 4. I don't know, man. After it being like what, a month or two not being on the shelves, I expected more. I heard this is the last issue of this arc, so I'm very disappointed with how the arc ended. I thought 1 and 2, the first 2 issues were absolutely insane. 3 was a letdown, and 4 was better than 3, but it was a letdown, honestly, from those first 2 issues. Then we had The Amazing Spider-Man 66. This was one of the worst issues I've ever read of Spider-Man. I cannot lie. He legitimately told Aunt May that he's not going to help her with something. And that was, I'll never get past that. I don't care what he's going through. I don't care how broken you break Peter, he will never tell Aunt May no. And you know what? I almost forgot that Ultimate Spider-Man 13 came out. You know how absolute peak this was? I'm sorry. Marvel was on top this week only because of this book. Ultimate Spider-Man 13, Kraven's, like the love letter to Kraven's Last Hunt. It was so amazing when I tell you. It started off with Richard being Spider-Man now, using the Pico suit, which looks like the symbiote. So I don't know how that's going to work, because we could get a Ben Reilly clone saga, and we could also get a symbiote saga, because who knows what's going on. You know, like the symbiote could want Richard more and not Peter, and you never know what's going to happen. And then they get into the whole Kraven thing. They're on it in a mansion. They drop this man. They drop Peter and Harry into the Savage Land under a mansion. Like it was just ridiculous. We see Peter fighting dinosaurs. Like, come on. Best issue yet. Best book on shelves. Ultimate Spider-Man is the best book on shelves. If you're not reading it, please read it. There's Volume 1 is out in trades right now, so if you need to catch up, go grab that, catch up. You're not going to be disappointed at all. Then we got DC, absolute Wonder Woman, absolute peak. I think this is now my favorite absolute title. Batman was it, and then issue 4 came out, and it was so-so. It wasn't bad. It was still great. And then Superman was actually doing really well. I still think it's like all 3 of them are so interchangeable. It's insane. It just each issue comes out and you think that the next one is your favorite. Like the next issue of Superman comes out next week. That probably is going to take the cake for me. You know what I'm saying? Like each issue coming out makes you think that this is the best one yet, because they're just all amazing. I can't lie. Then we got Justice League Unlimited number 3. I thought 1 and 2 was better, but I'm still liking this story. I'm not the biggest DC guy, you know what I'm saying? So it's not my favorite thing I'm reading right now, but it is definitely solid. And then we got Superman number 22. I actually am really loving this. We got Doomsday Superman team up. Like, come on. I love Doomsday. I'm not the biggest Superman dude. Like, I'm kind of cliche Batman, but he is the most popular DC, so I try to steer clear so much of Batman because there's so much Batman out. But with Superman, it's like, I'm not the biggest Superman guy. But when it comes to Doomsday, I know I've said this a lot, but Doomsday is my favorite DC villain, period. Other than maybe Lobo. I love Lobo so much. So I'm very excited with this new Lobo casting, you know what I mean? But Doomsday is crazy. And then going on to the indie, we got Deadly Tales, The Gunslinger Spawn. Look at that Mark Spears cover. This has been a nice issue. This was a nice issue, but it's been a nice series. I love Gunslinger more than Spawn right now. Just on the more modern stuff. Older Spawn, love old Spawn. Newer Spawn, Gunslinger's kind of been my thing. I mean, also you got to think, I'm tall and skinny. Gunslinger Spawn's tall and skinny. I resonate with that a little bit more. You know what I mean? Kind of like Spider-Man. And then we got Arcbound number 3, right? 3? Yep. This has been great. I mean, it's Scott Snyder writing. You can't really go wrong. I don't think it's like the best indie book I'm reading right now, but it is definitely solid. And then we got Hyde Street number 3. This was such a solid issue. I really do wish that it came out when it was supposed to because it got delayed. It was a holiday issue, more of a Christmas issue. So it would have hit way harder during Christmas, but it was still such a solid read. If you're not reading Hyde Street, I would recommend it. Anything from Ghost Machine, honestly, has been so solid. I'm getting into, I've got into Geiger. I'm trying to get into Red Coat right now, and then Rook Exodus. All have been so solid. But let's go get some new books. Tired of talking about these old books. They were great last week, but it's a new week, so let's go get some new books. Just made it out of class. Got like a 20-ish minute drive to make it to the shop. Let's go get these books. It's a light week, but it's all right. You know what I mean? It's all right. The pocketbook needed it. It was getting a little rough last week of the month. Next week, I'm pretty sure we got some decent books coming out next week. So, I mean, it's nice that we have a nice little week. You know what I mean? But I will pick this up in a second. Let me get started on the road, and then we'll pick up on the rant. You know what I mean? Look at this. I can't even see what is going on. It's pretty. Like, I love the fog, but like, not driving in it, you know what I'm saying? And I forgot my mic, so I'm sorry if the audio is not amazing, but you know, we're gonna work through it. We're gonna push on, keep going, you know what I'm saying? But man, 30 minutes? Yeah, I thought it was 20, it's actually 30, and I can't even see. So is everybody like actually gonna watch the Super Bowl? Because I don't even know if I really want to watch it at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, we're watching history if the Chiefs win, which I would rather watch history than watch the Eagles win. I'm not going to lie. It's just my personal opinion. Especially after seeing what that Eagles fan did to that one Packer fan at the game. Just like, I can't root for that team, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't want to root for anybody. Like, is this really the Super Bowl that we have to watch? So who's not watching? Tell me right now who's not watching. Like, are you actually going to not watch? Because I don't know if I could not watch the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's the Super Bowl. I love football, everything like that. What else? We got who's watching the new Spider-Man animated show that's coming out today? Or it came out last night, but yeah. I thought it was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was good. It was good. My problem is that I look at X-Men 97 and I'm like, okay, well, why couldn't we have gotten, you know, like a remake of the 90s one? Like, why couldn't we have kept that one going? So that's my problem. Like, that's the only problem I have, is that I think of that show when I'm watching the new one, and I'm like, I'd much rather have the 90s one, but it's still solid. Like, obviously it's not really, it's made for the younger generation, I would say, you know what I mean? But I still enjoyed it. So I mean, if you're my age and you like Spidey, might as well give it a shot, see if you like it too. But I mean, I already knew what to expect on reading the comic itself, you know what I'm saying? Dang, I can't see anything. This shit wild. Man, with it being a light week, what's your most anticipated book right now? Mine's got to be Spider-Boy. Spider-Boy on top, you know what I'm saying? Either Ultimate Spider-Man or Spider-Boy, bro. Those are my two favorite ongoings. Like, I truly enjoy reading those two. Especially now that I got my Spider-Boy figure. Oh, I'm going to have to show y'all that. I finally got my first figure. It was wild. But I'm going to pick this up in a second. Hopefully I get a little bit out of this fog. I can't really see, and I need to pay attention. But I'll see y'all in a second. Finally made it to the store. I didn't know if I was even going to make it with all this fog. I'm telling you, I could not see a thing going, like, because there's like a mountain. Not like a mountain, but like a hill, I should say, that you go up and there's some twisties or whatever. When I looked to the side, legitimately, I thought I was in the clouds. Like, that's how cloudy it was, or that's how foggy it was. It was insane. But let's go get these books, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you already know we got this stack. I know it's loud without my mic, but I'll see you at the house, boys. And we made it back with this stack. Like I said, last week's stack was light. This week's stack is even lighter because I'm missing some books with a diamond. Also, Ice Cream Man was sold out, so I did not get that one yet. I have it on order. It's like a one-page horror stories with tons of amazing writers. So if you didn't pick it up and your store still has it, I would grab that. It is gonna be like something special. I think it's gonna be something like actually special. So if you did not grab that and your FCS still has it or could order it for you, I would ask for that. But let's get right into what I did get. We got Spider-Boy number 15. This is my book of the week. I already read it. It is absolutely amazing. I'm loving what they've done with Spider-Boy. Like I said earlier, Ultimate Spider-Man is my favorite book on shelves. That's my second favorite book on shelves. And it's obviously a little biased because I'm a Spider-Man like nerd, you know what I mean? Of all things, it's Spider-Man. And so like there's a lot of indies that I've been absolutely loving. But when it comes to what I want to read, I want to read Spider-Man. So those two are my absolute favorite books on shelves. Spider-Boy is probably not the second best book on shelves right now. Ultimate Spider-Man is the best book on shelves. I don't care who you are. That is the best book on shelves. Spider-Boy might not be the second, but you will like it. I promise. Like, you won't be disappointed if you're not reading it and you pick it up. I promise you that. Then we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 6. Look at this cover, man. Looks like the 80s, you know what I mean? Like, this has been such a fun read. I cannot wait to dive into that one. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, it really brings me back to old school Ninja Turtles. Like, it's just been such a solid read. All of them had their own little arc, and we got to read a little bit about them, and then we got them together now. It's just been awesome. And then we got Hell Hunters number 2. This has been fun. I love Ghost Rider. Like, I legitimately bought my motorcycle because of Ghost Rider. You know what I mean? Like, it's just been a fun read. The 1940s, I'm a history buff too. Like, I was a history major in college. So just bringing me back to that old storyline, you know what I mean? I love that. And then since it was such a light week, those are the only books that I got new of this week. It's crazy. But Nate Speed Sultan, my boy, has been recommending The Moon Is Following Us for so long, and I'm finally grabbing it. I think there's 5 or 6 issues, so I grabbed issue 1. I think I'm gonna read this. I'm sure I'm gonna love it since the way everybody's talking about it. And I'll probably grab each next issue each week until I can catch up, kind of thing. But I heard it's peak, so we're gonna get into it. And then you know me, my back issues call my name no matter what. We got Ultimate Spider-Man number 62. It's the death of Ultimate Gwen Stacy, but it is signed by Bendis. It is, I also have the certificate of authenticity, you know what I mean? But I have Mark Bagley's signature on my 27. Now I have the writer and the artist signed on this Ultimate run. So as soon as I have this Ultimate run done, I will have both signatures for the artists and writers. And then obviously it's going to be rough on the Amazing run, but we will eventually get somewhere with some of those signatures and whatnot. But I appreciate y'all. Choose love, change the world. Like, subscribe, comment what your favorite books were. I really do appreciate all the interaction. I appreciate everybody hopping in these videos. I never really thought that people would enjoy my content, if we're being honest, but it seems like y'all do. So I really do appreciate y'all. But I'll see y'all on Saturday. Peace.